Good day, my name is Taruna Naidu and I'm a partner in the PwC Business School, and I'm excited to be joined today by one of my colleagues, Jaysheela Mistry, who is our PwC governance leader. And Jaysheela, I want to dig a little bit into the Company Secretary Forum. So maybe you can share with us just what the Company Secretary Forum is all about and what your aims are for the 2025 year.
Sure, thanks, Taruna. I think the role of the company secretary has really evolved over a period of time. If you think about many years back, it was more of an administrative compliance role, whereas it's now evolved to a more advisory role to a big extent. So your company secretary wears many hats now. Thereof, I want to say communication officer, compliance officer to some extent, strategic advisor. So really plays many roles, and hence the company forum, the company secretary forum aims to equip our company secretaries to ensure that they are able to play all those roles in this ever-changing times.
And Jaysheela, I know you've run a very successful program in 2024. So perhaps just help us reflect on that program and the value that company secretaries would have got out of attending some of those events.
Yeah, I think we've had some good events with high attendance, and I think it's also because we've really addressed some topical issues. Currently, some of the topical issues are beneficial ownership, and so we walk through beneficial ownership, practical ways to comply with that. We've worked on some. We've been through some other sessions where we spoke about managing conflict of interest as well as directors' responsibilities. There's always a blur in certain areas, and just to help company secretaries, clear some of those blurs, we had a session where we actually had members from the board come in, give feedback as to how they experience company secretaries and what their expectations are. And I think to close that loop, we then covered some of the expectations that stakeholders have of company secretaries. So many roles and many areas to look at.
No, it certainly sounds useful and quite practical as well, which I think is really encouraging and what people are looking for. If we look at the 2025 program, what do you have in store for company secretaries in the coming year?
So Taruna, to be honest with you, there are so many competing topics right now because our previous attendees gave us some ideas on what they would like to listen to. So I have a list with lots of things on it. But if I speak about some of the ones that lots of people have showed interest in, for example, a lot of company secretaries want to know how can they use AI to make their work easier, right? And I think the whole world is around AI, and where do we go? So that is one of the areas of interest that was shown. Board effectiveness, how do we make sure that our board is effective in all that we do? Larger groups, secretaries were, what does the governance structure of subsidiary governance look like? How do we make sure our subsidiary governance is great? And then there's always an interest in subjects like technology, cyber, sustainability. Talent is also on lots more, shall I say, focus on these areas. So, with the hat that the company secretary now plays, they really need some more information on all of these things. So, those were some of the major subjects or major topics that they want. So we haven't finalized it, but I think you can look towards something of that area. And I think one of the main areas we find out of the company secretarial forum is that a lot of company secretaries have said to us, we don't always have a peer group to speak to. And I think one of the things this forum has done has given them a peer group to speak to. So those round tables, whilst we are addressing topics, it also allows them to interact and give their viewpoint. And so it's become a bit of a peer group learning as well. So I think it's been fantastic, and we hope to cover some very topical issues going forward as well.
No, I love that, Jaysheela, and I love the opportunity to network with peers and really get a sense of what's happening in across industry, but in this specific role. So I hope our company secretaries are really excited by this program. We do hope that they join us, they subscribe on our website to give them an opportunity to get invitations to upcoming events, a reminder that they still qualify for CPD credits for all of the sessions that they attend. And I'm sure you and I are both looking forward to seeing many of our company secretaries join us on the program in the 2025 year. So thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to welcoming our audience in the future.